there is very high percentage, almost what I used to get in school every year, 90% chance of rain coming tomorrow. I just hope there's no drowning tomorrow. We really hope there's a game, because while we joke about it, of course we'd be really upset. All India fans, cricket fans, people who are trudging from all over the world to watch the game would be upset. And what would happen to the points table? Now let's pull that up now and see, just in case there were split points tomorrow. Let's say there is no game, right? बोलना तो शुभ शुभ चाहिए. A lot of people tell me शक्ल अच्छी नहीं है तो बातें तो अच्छी कर लिया करो. But the truth is that it could, and if it does, that means it takes India to 5 points from 3 games and New Zealand to 7 points of 4 games. And that could become really interesting, because there's a lot of split point situation that is happening, odd number points.
I don't think both the teams would mind a washed out game as well.
Yeah.
Just because New Zealand
You're not losing one.
Yeah, New Zealand will stay at number 1. They'll be on 7 points.
Yeah.
India will be on 5 points. They'll go to number 3.
Yeah.
So I don't think from that point anyone will be concerned about the weather too much. Yes, if there is a match and you get 2 points, that's the best way to go forward.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, I don't think any of the team is going to risk the injury factor. Because if the conditions outfield is not proper to play cricket on, or there is a risk, even the slight risk involved of injuries, I'm sure both the teams will want to go little cautious with the game.
Yeah, you would want to, especially after the Shikhar Dhawan injury. And first up, I just think, amazing. The guy had a broken thumb and still went on to score 100. Let's talk to the batsman in the house here. I'm guessing that sort of every appendage and every limb is important when you're batting. But the thumb, just so important when you just sort of, is kind of the rudder for your...
It is, but with the adrenaline pumping and you being warm during the course of the game, you don't really realize it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come back and you cool down and suddenly feel like, hey, something's up with this finger.
Yeah.
What is it? And then you suddenly see there's a swelling in it after you cool down. You suddenly you notice a swelling. Unless like it's a big fraction, you immediately notice the swelling.
Yeah. So it's a hairline.
Yeah. So sometimes you kind of realize, hey, there's something off, and then you feel like, oh no, I'm warm now. Let me just keep going while I'm going. And then you finish, and then you realize how bad it actually is.
Yeah. So obviously no Shikhar now. So what is India going to do? Does KL Rahul move to open? Zach, is that the answer? They took him as a backup opener.
Yeah.
I actually see a couple of changes, just because of the weather talk which we have been having, and a lot of rain around. So India might go in with 3 seamers.
Yeah. So no two
might
spinners.
Be the
spinners.
Tactical call requirement of the conditions, the surface. So Shami will come in place of Kuldeep, and number 4 position, you have 2 options, either to go with Vijay Shankar or Dinesh Karthik is what the debate will be. I personally feel if the conditions are really in favor of seamers, then it's not a bad idea to play Vijay Shankar, just to give that extra protection of playing.
So who would bat at number 4?
Someone who can add with
Vijay batting at number 4.
Vijay batting at number 4. That's what he did in New Zealand as well. If they want a more batsman option, then obviously Dinesh Karthik will get a go ahead.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because then you're also looking at how effective can Kedar Jadhav really be with the ball in those conditions.
No, but Kedar will automatically become like the 6th or 7th bowler in that. Because they're the 3 fast bowlers.
Yuzi Chahal, Hardik Pandya.
That's 5 for you.
Then you're set.
Then you're 6. Then you have, if in case Vijay is playing, then you already have a 6th bowler. Then your 7th bowler becomes Kedar. But if Vijay is not playing, which is the way I would go, if I had to call it, I would say I'd play DK at number 4. Oh no, I'd play DK at number 5. I'd play MS at number 4.
Yeah.
And then the rest follow as it is, and the same swap for Kuldeep and Shami. So you still have 6 bowlers, and you have a proper batsman right there at number 5.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Because with that, and we also have news that apparently Rishabh Pant is being flown in as a cover. He's going to be not as a cover on the pitch. They're going to spread him around the pitch, but he's going to be there as a backup for Shikhar Dhawan. Because the news right now, Zach, is there's also confusion about these rules and regulations. The thing is, he's still with the team. They're still with the squad, so they're going to observe him for a few days. And then know how many games he misses out, because if they bring Rishabh Pant in and leave Shikhar out, that means Shikhar can't come back into the World Cup till there's some other injury or till they drop somebody else.
Yeah, so the once the replacement is called for,
Yeah.
okay, so this is just a backup. So the same with Stoinis as well. We've seen with Australian team.
Yeah.
So this is just a backup for a player who is injured at the moment.
They've got Mitchell Marsh there.
Yeah,
They've got
it's,
Rishabh Pant.
it's not a replacement.
It's not a
Yeah.
replacement.
So once you call the replacement, once you replace Shikhar with Rishabh Pant, for example, right now in this case, then you can't go back to Shikhar
again.
unless someone else is injured.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So if there is one more injury, you can get Shikhar back for that injury replacement.
Yeah.
But you cannot just send Rishabh back again and call Shikhar if he's fit. So that's why this World Cup squads of all the teams, there is a lot of thought which goes in, and
Yeah.
that's why you talk about backup. And that's why when English conditions the World Cup was going to be in, you needed a backup opener, you needed a backup keeper. So Australia actually running on a risk of not having a backup keeper.
Yeah, they got nobody.
So there was
because
some talk
Hanscom
around
was a
that
chance,
as
but
well.
they didn't take.
But
Peter
David
Hanscom
can
is
keep,
not
Warner
there.
can keep, Maxwell can keep. So they have these guys who can
Really?
actually keep. Yeah. They can.
They would.
They can.
Yeah, tricky.
So-
New Zealand. So we look at the New Zealand squad. Let's have a look at the New Zealand squad. What are they going to do? Will they make any changes? They haven't. I think they played with the same 11 in all their three games.
They won't mess with this. They'll play with the same thing because they have the three fast bowlers at the back there. Then they have Jimmy
Colin
Neesham
Granholm,
and then Colin de Grandhomme. Dutchy also bowls, so
Yeah.
you know that, and he's a good bowler in those conditions, right? So they have 5 fast bowlers essentially, and then they have Mitchell Santner as a spinner.
They in fact have 6 bowling
And
options,
yeah.
seam options.
And Colin Munro can
in this,
also bowl medium
in
pace.
the playing 11 and Santner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this is actually a really well balanced team, huh?
I'm telling you, these guys are the dark horses of the World Cup, huh?
Yeah.
They definitely are, because and that's why they've always been in my top 4 in my semi-final sides, because they're such an unassuming side. They fly under the radar. They quietly go about their business. Every World Cup, that's what they've done. They've really gone about their business very quietly. Nobody really rates them, but they're always there contending to win the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, come on, last World Cup defending champions, right?
No,
So,
they
runners-up.
Runners-up.
I keep saying defending champions. I meant they losing finalists is what I meant.
Yes.
Oh God, it's late. It's raining in my brain now.